Good morning, everybody. I'm Sylvia, the crafty old lady, and today I want to show you guys some of the ways I use autumn leaves in my journal. So first of all, like this one, I just laminated and put right here on the front. Now, I have a laminator that I got from Aldi's many years ago, but you can also do this with clear contact paper. You don't need a laminator to laminate. You can use clear contact paper or packing tape, which I a lot of times use packing tape over tags because usually it's, you know, like the same width as the tag, so that works out pretty good. You won't have a line of if you have to put more than one piece of tape. And so I also have in the past put brads in them, and then you swing them out. And then you can move it out of the way and still do things, you know, put pictures and other ephemera under the leaf. Here, I did this autumn leaves spread. I've got some little ones here that I was thinking about just kind of making to move around, or this could go on a tag. But I think what I really want to do is take one of these and just go like this with it with a brad. So let me get my brads out. And yeah, I'm going to show you all the leaves I collected this year. Some of them are absolutely stunning. These maple leaves I found right in my yard, and we have never had them turn red before. They've always just turned yellow and brown. This one, for some reason, has like an air pocket in the middle, which I couldn't figure out how that happened. Anyway, I've got my brads here, and you can find all kinds of cute little brads, but I'm just using my regular old, I don't know, bronze, maybe that's the color, I don't know. But what I'm going to do is take this one, and you can also put more than one on one brad. You can put more than one leaf on one brad. So let's do this. You could also put a leaf on this side of the brad too, which I might do. So there, that's cool. I love that. And also, what I have never found before, we went to a new place to walk our dog, and we found red oak leaves, which is really new for me. I've never seen red oak leaves. They're either green or brown. This leaf, I am not even sure what it is, but it's cool. It's a little bit too big for my book, I think, though. Let's see. We've got some, I believe these are sycamore leaves. This one's too big for here, too. But another thing that I have done with these leaves also is make like a banner out of them, or a garland. I'll show you that in a minute. See, this is the oak leaves I usually see. There's another maple. There's a really big oak leaf. And you can see the difference in the type of oaks, different oak leaves that we found. This one must have been in my book for a very long time because it was almost like a leaf skeleton, and I'm not sure what this leaf is either. This is the absolute biggest oak leaf I've ever found. Here's another big one. Two different types of oak. And I believe this is another sycamore. We can find the sycamores at the dog park. And then we have another little green maple. And I don't remember what these leaves are. But I do find that don't leave your leaves in a book too long because they will lose their color. And if you laminate them before too long, like I only had them in there for one day, you retain the color better and it doesn't fade when they're, you know, laminated. At least not yet. I haven't had any fade yet. So anyway, I'm going to get my phone and I'll show you the garland that I was talking about. And I might use some of these big ones for a new garland. sure I showed this last year, but that is the laminated leaf garland that I made. And I think it would look really pretty if I added some of those big ones to it. There's my new leaf garden with my giant leaves. It's so much more spectacular than the little tiny one. All right, so I'm going to add this oak leaf to this side. I'm going to be going through a lot. Oh, there's pictures on that one. I was going to say I could put a leaf on the back, but it's already filled up. All right, so I'm going to just poke a hole right here. And it's definitely going to affect the other side a little bit. But I'll show that to you in a minute. Oops. Lost it. Okay, let's get this in here. My hole might not be big enough. There we go. It's a beautiful day. Do I have 2 pages there? Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't look too bad. You know, you could get a sticker to put over the prongs. But I used to always be really, like, not wanting to see the prongs. It doesn't really bother me anymore. But if it bothers you, you can put a sticker over them. But there, see, you have the beautiful actual leaves, but you can still move them out of the way and see everything underneath. So, what I think also, another thing that I usually do is I will put them in bags like this. That one's a little small for that bag, but let's see, maybe this one. No, that's puffing out too much, too. I could do something like that. You could also cut a little bit closer, but you don't want to get too close to the leaf or, you know, it'll open up. So we don't want to do that, but, like, yeah, these are all way too big. This is a nice one. That might work. But then it has that little air flap in there. So these really big ones, look at that one. I think that would work. It is kind of big. I think I'm going to actually make another leaf garland with all these really big ones, or save them for something. They're just too big for this book. So let's get those out of the way and figure out what we're going to do with the rest of these. Okay. My daughter is coming to visit to celebrate Bethany's birthday finally. They were supposed to come before, but kids got that hand, foot, and mouth disease, so they couldn't come. Sad, so sad. But luckily I hadn't told Bethany they were planning to come, because you know, when you live 4 hours away and you have a bunch of little kids, things can happen just like that. So I didn't tell her they were planning to come yet. And I haven't told her this time either, just in case. But that's how that would look. How'd that go? Yeah, just like that. I thought it might be fun to use this as the pocket, but I also don't really want to cut it all up either. Okay, that looks good. And then I'm just going to cut it off right at the top of the trees. I hope it works. If it doesn't work for the leaves, then it'll work for something else. But well, let's see. It is a very big pocket, very tall pocket. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to work, but that's okay. I'm going to actually now cut around this and just make a pocket out of it for something else. All right, so I got this pocket here, which I think I'm going to put this tag in. That looks nice. So I got an accidental pocket there, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and tape. You know, I think I'm going to leave this one out for my other garland that I want to make. And I'm just going to put this here with some double-sided tape. And I think these I'll do. I wonder if I could do a side pocket, but probably not. They're just too big for this book. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on and just put it down on a page. There we go. So I hope you all are happy, healthy, and safe. What are your plans? I'm this is Friday morning that I'm filming. What are your plans for the weekend of October 25th and 6th? We're going to Halloween on Sunday and celebrating Bethany's birthday with our one daughter and grandchildren on Saturday. She's had 3 birthday parties so far. Alright, so we're into this new journal here, and I was thinking maybe I could put these little ones on here. I don't know, I like them though. Maybe I'll just trim a little bit closer around them and show them. I don't know. I didn't leave us enough space for a Brad either, now that I think about it. So, maybe I'll just put these on the top like this. Yeah, with the double-sided tape. So these are just a few little ideas of what you can do. Now, of course, if you have smaller leaves, you could fit them in pockets like this. Like I'm going to try to fit one in there. So this is going to go like this. And trim this a little bit better. We'll do this one. Now, if you leave the tape so that it's just under the leaf, you won't see it. But it really doesn't show up that badly anyway. If you push down really hard, you actually don't even really see it at all. There. Okay, so we've got this tag that's going to go in here. And what if I just put this little leaf in here? I think so, but I am going to trim it a little bit closer. There, and that can go in there too. So there, we have one in the pocket, and then we have these two, which, since this one doesn't look that great because of this little air pocket in here, I have a feeling it's going to start turning brown. So I don't want to permanently attach it to anything. What do I do this? That's good. And then we've still got this one that also has a little bit of an air pocket. So I think that we're going to just do it like that. That works, actually. Maybe not that one there. Just have to fidget them around so they fit in the pocket. But of course, a little bit smaller leaves would fit better. So that's it. Let's just check over what we did with the leaves. So we've got our leaves loose in here. And we have a couple permanently stuck down at the top of the page. Then over here we have this permanently on the page. And we have this little fan out here thing. Can also put labels on saying the dates and where you found them. And then I think, oh, I forgot we have one under here. And yeah, so this one I did put the label, see? That's where that was from. And then we did this. And the front of the book. So thanks so much for watching. You know, these are so big you could almost even make these a pocket, I think. But thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you next time and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.